Fear doesn't protect you in trading. It destroys you. The enemy isn't the chart. It isn't the news. It isn't even the big banks. The real opponent lives inside your head. Fear, greed, hesitation, ego. These invisible forces quietly control your trades, more than your strategy ever will. And today, I'll show you why emotions secretly dominate your decisions, and how you can finally take that control back. Let me tell you 3 short stories. Sam spent weeks studying price action. The setup finally appeared. Perfect. Clear. Textbook. His plan said, enter. But fear whispered, what if I lose? Sam froze. 1 second, 2 seconds. By the time he entered, the move was gone. The market ran without him, leaving him with regret. Aisha caught a great trade. Green pips rolled in. Profit stacked. Her plan said, exit. But greed whispered, stay. What if it doubles? She held longer. The market reversed. Her profit turned into a loss. She promised herself, next time, I'll exit with discipline. But the same voice tricked her again. Daniel had 3 losing trades in a row. His emotions boiled. Finally, he saw a small setup. He jumped in, not because of logic, but because of FOMO. The trade went red. Instead of stopping, he added more. Minutes later, his account was destroyed. Different traders. Different mistakes. But the same trap. Fear. Greed. FOMO. Ego. Not the market, but emotions controlled them. Sound familiar? Every trader has lived these stories in some form. Because trading is not just about charts. It's about mastering yourself. Here's the paradox. Trading should be simple. Analyze. Plan. Execute. But the moment money is on the line, logic collapses. Fear whispers, don't enter, you might lose. Greed shouts, hold longer, don't cut profits. FOMO screams, jump in now, don't miss it. Hesitation freezes you in place. Ego pushes you to prove you're right. At that point, you're not trading price anymore. You're trading your emotions. That's why 90% of traders lose. Not because they can't read charts, but because they can't master themselves. Here's the truth. The market doesn't care about you. It doesn't know your fears or your dreams. It only reflects them back to you. Bring impatience, ego, insecurity, or greed into trading, and they will appear in your P&L. The market exposes who you are. So why do emotions overpower logic in trading? Let's go deeper. 1. The biology of fear. Inside your brain lives the amygdala, the fear center. When you risk money, the amygdala triggers fight or flight. Your body reacts as if you're in danger. Heart racing, sweaty palms, shallow breathing, tunnel vision. Useful for survival. Deadly for trading. Because fear pushes you to avoid pain instantly, even if it destroys your long-term edge. 2. The chemistry of greed. Winning releases dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. It feels euphoric. Addictive. That's why traders overtrade. Why they hold too long. Why they revenge trade. Not because of logic, but because dopamine turns trading into gambling. 3. The weight of cortisol. Losing triggers cortisol, the stress hormone. Too much cortisol clouds judgment. It makes you emotional, desperate, impulsive. That's why traders chase losses. They're not thinking clearly. They're trading under chemical pressure. 4. Kahneman's systems. Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize winner, described 2 systems in the brain. System 1, fast, emotional, instinctive. System 2, slow, logical, deliberate. In trading, System 1 almost always hijacks System 2. That's why you break rules you swore you'd follow. You think you're logical, but emotions are driving the car. 5. Habit loops. Psychologists found trading creates habit loops. Cue, market move. Craving, profit. Response, impulsive entry. Reward, dopamine. This loop wires your brain like a slot machine. The more you trade emotionally, the stronger the loop becomes. 6. Trading as a mirror. Here's the philosophy. Trading looks external. Charts, indicators, strategies. But in truth, it's internal. A mirror. Every weakness inside you will show up. Impatience, fear, ego, greed. Mark Douglas said, "The market is a mirror of your beliefs about yourself." Bruce Kovner said, "The market is an expensive place to find out who you are." Trading isn't just about making money. It's about becoming someone who can handle money without losing themselves. It's not about controlling the market. It's about controlling yourself. So how do you break free? How do you trade with logic, not emotion? Here are 5 powerful protocols. Most traders tie self-worth to results. A win means, I'm a genius. A loss means, I'm a failure. Toxic thinking. Because every trade becomes life or death. Instead, reframe losses. A loss isn't failure. It's tuition. The market charging for education. Detach identity from outcome. You are not your last trade. You are the observer, the learner, the executor. When you separate self-worth from results, fear weakens. Logic fails in the moment. So decide before the moment. Write your plan before market open. Entry. Stop loss. Target. When the setup forms, you're not deciding anymore. You're executing. Like a pilot with a checklist. He doesn't rely on feelings to fly. He follows procedure. That's how you trade, not with emotion, but with rituals. You can't eliminate stress. But you can train calmness. Before trading, practice 4-4-6 breathing. Inhale 4 seconds. Hold 4 seconds. Exhale 6 seconds. It slows your heart, clears your mind, calms your body. When your body is calm, logic has a chance to win. After each session, journal more than trades. Record emotions. Ask yourself, did I follow my plan? Where did fear control me? Where did greed show up? Did ego push me? Over time, patterns emerge. And once you see them, you can break them. Before the market opens, visualize mistakes. See yourself cutting losses calmly. Sticking to stops. Exiting when your plan says. By rehearsing discipline in your mind, you train your brain to act with discipline in reality. Here's the bigger truth. Discipline isn't restriction. Discipline is freedom. Because when you're disciplined, you're not a slave to fear. Patience isn't weakness. Patience is strength. Because patience builds consistency. And consistency builds everything else. The market will always test you. But the test isn't about the chart. The test is about you. If this video spoke to you, hit subscribe now. Because this channel isn't just about trading. It's about self-mastery. And for the next step, watch my video, The Zone, How to Trade Without Fear. It will give you practical tools to strengthen your discipline. Remember, the goal is not to master the market. The goal is to master yourself.